cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Everybody now.
I just thought this movie was all right.
It's not embarrassing.
It feels like a CW type attempt at making Star Trek over again.
I mean, I'm really into Star Trek, and I just felt like, are you really going to throw all these catchphrases in? You know?
But that's what it seemed like. They were doing bad imitations.
Yeah.
And they had a just big box of phrases that they just dumped in here, and they said that's it.
You know, I'm almost tempted at this point to keep this ruse.
I know.
No, these guys are full of shit. They really love the out of the movie, and they're just going to get a rise out of me, and I will not stand for that. So, come on. How badass was that movie?
No, man, it was.
It was off the charts.
Yeah, it really was. They came up with an intelligent, cool way in the plot to make the differences make sense.
See, that's the beauty of Star Trek, because you can have parallel universes, different realities, time travel, and they pretty much have all that in here. So this is the perfect franchise to do a reboot with. The story is you have Eric Bana as a really pissed off Romulan. I mean, this guy's mad as hell. I mean, it's almost like don't ever break up with this guy because you don't drop a grudge. But
There was at one point when he said, for 25 years I've had this anger. And it's like, dude, you got to get over this.
They say that, but come on, the guy, his entire planet is gone, his wife is dead, and he's stuck on a mining ship with a bunch of miners floating around the universe for 25 years.
it's like space prison. You know, all these guys would have been having sex with each other after a while, so ain't no reason for him to be mad. You would have forgot his wife and been like, hey, you know, he's been running around on the spaceship with his shirt tied in a knot. Hey, y'all. So he comes from the future, and he says, you know what? The Vulcans, especially Spock, that motherfucker was supposed to save my planet. He didn't do it. So I'm coming back and taking my shit out of all y'all in the Federation. I'm destroying all planets. And that's what he comes back to do.
He just didn't have a lot else to do, though, to be honest. I mean, you see they had all tattooed their faces? How bored do you have to be?
In addition to this, since he's come back in time, and it's also, I would dare say, a parallel universe, so we kickstart again the whole story of not only James T. Kirk, but pretty much the whole crew of the Enterprise that we've come to all know and love.
You know, I mean, we're starting from Kirk's birth, and the beginning of the movie is the death of Kirk's father, something that did not happen in the regular continuity.
Right.
This guy came back and changed everything, which meant that 25 years later when the movie picks up again, when you're going, hey, the ships didn't actually look like that. Well, they could now.
My biggest problem with Star Trek growing up was, you know, they would do it like naval battles, except it was like static naval battles. It's two ships would face each other. One captain would go, fire!
It could be Kirk sitting next to a Klingon and they're like,
D4.
F-12. You sank my starship!
Here, it's just swooping and diving and just, you know, having more fun than anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
What I liked in this movie, even more than the battles and the special effects, was the acting.
Yes.
I mean, these actors were all so perfectly cast.
Like, special to Carl Urban as Bones.
He was the one who I was like, there's no way Carl Urban is going to be Bones.
He was
Come on,
almost
this guy was
scary.
a Viking. And
He was great.
I need a doctor, damn it, I am a doctor.
You need to get back to your seat.
I had one in the bathroom with no windows. I suffer from
now.
aviophobia. It means fear of dying.
Sir,
is
for
something
your own
that flies.
safety, sit down, or else I'll make you sit down.
Fine.
Thank you.
This is Captain Pike. We've been cleared for takeoff.
I may throw up on you.
I think these things are pretty safe.
Don't pander to me, kid. One tiny crack in the hull and our blood boils in 13 seconds. Solar flare might crop up, cook us in our seats. And wait till you're sitting pretty with a case of Andorian shingles. See if you're still so relaxed when your eyeballs are bleeding.
I would say out of that cast, your two best members as far as who they look like and also channeling those original actors were Carl Urban and this guy Zachary Quinto as Spock.
Narrowing it down to two, you skip over Chris Pine, who was f***ing awesome.
He said looked like and acts like.
Yeah, no, I'm not, because I will tell you right now, Chris Pine, I did not buy him as Kirk throughout that whole movie until the very end. And I'm okay with that.
When he became Kirk. But what I really love about this film is that they take every major character and they give them a reason why they're badass. And you suddenly realize why Uhura was always on the bridge of the Enterprise, because she knows what the she's doing.
John Cho as Sulu, a character who in the original series didn't really have all that much to do. Here, he's a kick-ass swordsman and fighter.
Chekhov being such a mathematical genius. It's like, finally.
Now, the movie, for me, is not perfect. I didn't buy the whole thing with Kirk being like this rebel, this rebellious kid because he didn't have his father. I thought that storyline was actually handled pretty poorly, especially when he's a kid and he's driving that car. the movie could have done without that scene completely.
It could have done without that.
They also try really hard, almost too hard, to throw in all the famous Star Trek catchphrases.
It's almost like the movie stops for a second. So like, hold on, catchphrase. All right, now go back to the plot.
And I'm sorry, but the original William Shatner Captain Kirk, that's still the better man because he knew how to fight. This new Kirk don't know how to fight. I mean, in every scene, this dude is getting his ass kicked left and right by everybody. I'm surprised he lived long enough to be the captain of the Enterprise. But hey, they try hard enough to make a good film that I'm willing to let those things slide.
And it delivers on everything you want in a summer movie. And yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's a full price.
This is a full price movie, and I'll full price more than once.
I've got to give it the same rating I gave last time. I think it's better than Sex.
No, what can I say, man? Yeah, it's a full price movie for me too. I love Spock in this movie, man.
He's awesome.
I would love Spock to have his own spinoff on this. I mean, because
Spock and Friends,
Spock Def Comedy Jam. Because they had that scene where Kirk was giving Spock shit about his mama, and it came close to your mama jokes. And Spock was showing some emotion and getting pissed about it. I mean, he was pretty much saying your mama got a wooden leg with a kickstand. He's like, that's not logical. Your mama got yellow teeth, you spit butter. That's not logical. Your mama hates you. My mama.